Hey ladies, happy Sunday. Time for a healthy habit. This week I want to talk about meditation. I actually get a lot of questions about meditation. What's it good for? Is it worth my time? What's it all about? So some of those common questions I want to address in this video today. So why meditate? Why do a lot of people start meditating? Well, there are so many reasons why meditation is so beneficial. But to make a long story short, a lot of people begin to explore meditation to alleviate their stress. So we all go through so many different stressors in life, and in turn, stress causes physical, emotional, and mental health damage. So meditating helps with those things because it's such a great way to manage stress overall. So that's usually a starting point for people. They're stressed and then they want to explore their options, and meditation is one of those things. But meditation does have layers. So if you think of stress as that first layer, so that reason for starting to meditate, stress, what happens when you actually hone your skills for managing your stress? Do you just stop meditating? What's next? So once you essentially have little to no stress, or you're really good at managing that stress, new doors open with meditation. Doors to your spirit, doors to your creativity, to your kindness, joy, peace, moving through fear. We've talked about fear a lot. Just overall emotional freedom. So it's such a good thing. Emotional freedom. But what is meditation? What's that even mean? And will it go against religious beliefs? So a lot of people wonder, well, I don't even know what it is. They think of it as some sort of prayer. But no, it's not going to go against your religious beliefs. And I don't even have to ask you what your religious beliefs are, because meditation essentially just means to be still. Be still. It doesn't have anything to do with religious beliefs, ideology, or doctrine. It's not prayer. Prayer, you're speaking to God, or your God, whatever you believe in. And in meditation, you're actually just allowing the universe to speak to you. You're creating that space. You're allowing your own spirit, the core of who you are, to speak to you. In turn, that will manifest in your life in so many different ways, through intuition, creativity, insight, inspiration, your choice making. So the universe just kind of takes care of the rest. You choose to meditate, you're still, you are creating this space that your spirit can talk to you, the universe can work through you, and it will manifest itself in all those ways I mentioned. So that's the really cool part. Sit with that for just a second, you guys. The universe takes care of the rest. Really, really cool. So you choose to meditate. You set your intention for that meditation, which can be related to why you're choosing to meditate. And we'll come back to that intention part. And then it transcends past that intention. And then the universe handles the details. That's it. That is it. So, intention. Let's go back to that. This is where mantras come into play. We've kind of talked about those a little bit in our group, but mantras are basically instruments of the mind. That's what it means. Man, or man, means mind, and tra means instrument. So instrument of the mind. It's basically our source of thought. That's what mantra is, the source of your thought. What starts the thought, or what starts the meditation. We worked on creating mantras, but a basic mantra that you can try to use is just, I am. That's a mantra. I am. It's very common, especially for beginners. So I am, or so hum, or om. Those are all related. That's all intertwined. I am. You've heard that before, Om. You can use that mantra, I am, to begin your meditation, or whatever mantra you've come up with. Use it to begin your meditation, And that opens up the conversation to be had, to let your spirit speak to you. And from there, it's a journey. So you basically just use the mantra kind of like a car or a taxi cab. You use it to get to your destination, and then you don't need it anymore. So that mantra starts that meditation, but you don't have to hold on to it the entire time. It's just beginning that conversation, that space for meditation to happen. So here's kind of a formula for you for your for meditation. You have your intention or your mantra. It transcends past that. You detach from that mantra. You let it go, and then the universe handles the rest. Really cool. So outcomes of meditation, the main outcome is you're going to create a consciousness that will change the way you think, the way you feel, the way you see your life as a whole. It will change the way you see people in your life. It will change your relationships, and all for the better. But how does it do this? Basically, you're rewiring your brain. So there is some science behind this. You've probably heard that, if you do something for about 21 days, it becomes a habit. Well, that's actually based off of the brain's activity. It takes it that long to naturally begin to think the way that you're training it to think. And actually in 66 days, it creates a groove in your brain. So you can actually see a change in your brain. So imagine if you meditate, let's say, about gratitude for 21 days. Essentially, you're rewiring your brain to notice abundance in your life. So you won't have to make such a conscious effort to notice abundance in your life after that amount of time. So now you might be in the place where you really have to consciously make that effort to be grateful and notice these things and notice that abundance. But if you're meditating about that for a long period, or not even a long period of time, 21 days, your brain starts to naturally think that way in and of itself. So you don't have to do so much work then. In general, you'll just be happier. I mean, that's, if your brain's naturally doing really positive things, overall you're going to be happier. And in studies, there have been studies that have shown that meditation, in fact, really does make you happier. We all have this set point of happiness, okay? So no matter what happens in our lives, after about 6 or so months, we return to that set point of happiness. So of course, some people are generally, their set point is happier than others. But overall, I mean, we each have one of those set points. So if something amazing happens to you, let's say you win the lottery, something really cool, after 6 months, you're still going to return to your set point of happiness. If something terrible happens to you, like you're in an accident and you become paralyzed, or you lose a leg or something like that, in 6 months you will return to your set point of happiness, believe it or not. Of course, there are struggles here and there when something that tragic happens, but overall you are going to go back to your set point. But the cool thing is that meditation actually helps you reset your set point. So you can choose what your set point is, essentially. So cool. So if you feel like your set point of happiness is not where you want it to be, meditation can help you get there. So really cool. That was lots of information that I just threw at you. So it may take a couple of watches, but if you have questions, let me know. But I hope some of you are thinking about giving meditation a try, especially now that you know a little bit more about it and about the details of it. There are more details to it. General questions that I get are kind of like the whole when, where, how things. And those are common questions. So when should you meditate? So, okay, Andrea, I know all this stuff. When do I do this? How do I implement everything? Well, morning time is a great time to meditate. That's the ideal time because you're just waking up. You have energy in the morning. I mean, obviously probably not roll out of bed and try to meditate. You might fall asleep, but that's the thing, is if you do it after a very long day, you might fall asleep. So you want to do it at a time when you're not super tired so that you don't fall asleep. Even better would be to do it twice a day, once in the morning and once probably before dinner. When should you meditate? Or sorry, we just went over that. How long should you meditate? About 15 to 20 minutes is fine. It's a great amount. That's perfect and very common. You may have to work your way up to that. You may have to start even at like 2 or 3 minutes, and then 5, and then 7, 10, and get up there to 15 to 20 minutes. And some of you might be able to go even longer. There are experienced people with meditation who meditate for hours at a time. I don't have that kind of time, but I have 15 or 20 minutes. Anyway, you can meditate anywhere you want. I mean, literally anywhere. You don't have to be in a dark room in a quiet space. You can meditate anywhere. Probably not while you're operating heavy machinery, because it might relax you too much. You need to focus, but I mean, really pretty much anywhere. Should you sit or lay down? Laying down, once again, you might fall asleep, so sitting might be better, especially if you're a beginner. And just be comfortable. You don't necessarily have to cross your legs. Be comfortable, because if you're uncomfortable physically, you're not going to focus on the meditation. Okay? You don't necessarily need music. If music helps, that is very, very common. Go for it. That nature music you can buy, you can use that, or any sort of soft, soothing music. A lot of people ask about breathing. Do you need to focus on your breathing the whole time? Honestly, no. Get with your breath and focus on it at the beginning, and then let it go. If you're a beginner, once again, that might be your meditation as a breathing meditation to start out with. But if it's not, let it go. Don't focus on it too much once you've got the rhythm of it. If you want, you can focus on your hands as far as the position that they're in. So you've seen this before. You don't have to do this, but it does help with breathing. So if your hands are clenched, like when somebody's really mad, they're not breathing properly. This actually helps you to breathe from down here, from you can't see, but your stomach, your diaphragm. When you're mad or upset, you tend to breathe from your throat. So you want to open up your hands. That's what this is for. Okay. Mindfulness. Have we talked about mindfulness? I don't know. Oops. But anyway, in general, mindfulness is not judging your thoughts. So if you feel distracted or you find yourself thinking about your grocery list, it's fine. Don't judge it. It's not good or not bad. Just notice it and let it pass by. Don't quit your meditation just because you're thinking about other things. That comes with time and practice. And even then, it might happen, and it's okay. That's called mindfulness. Be mindful of your thoughts. Don't judge them. Should you meditate on your dreams? No. It's great to think about your dreams and your goals, but get that out of the way beforehand. Think about your dreams and your goals and your aspirations before, because remember, be still. Even a positive mind or a dreaming mind is very turbulent, so you want to relax it and just be still. So to close, overall, I just want to say that, the best thing about meditation for me has been feeling connected to others and feeling like I'm not alone. I'm not on an island. So as we expand our own identity and we get to know ourselves more, it actually helps us to feel more connected to each other. And this is why I'm so grateful for a group like this, because it's such a wonderful space. It's such a great resource of community, and we're women with similar values, and we all value our health and in all states, physical and mental and emotional. So it's just so comforting to have you guys in this space, and technology is pretty cool to allow us to do this from all different parts of the country. So really, really cool. So I hope you decide to flex your meditation muscle this week, and let us know how your experience is. Your soul sisters want to know how you're doing, the good, the bad, the ugly, the weird, all of it. I want to know all of it. All right. Bye, guys.